What's going on, everybody? Crypto Renegade here again with another video for you today, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at two of the best air-gapped crypto hardware wallets on the market today, so stay tuned for the whole video and I will give you my choice if I had to pick between the SafePal hardware wallet, which is on my left, or the Ellipal Titan, which is a brand new hardware wallet from Ellipal here. So very excited to show you these two. These are two very unique wallets, different than any other hardware wallets on the market, and I'm about to explain why, and really run you through the categories that I would choose when, going through and choosing a hardware wallet if I could only choose one. So let's go ahead and get this started here. So we're going to cover three categories today. You've probably seen some similar videos recently where I've been doing a bunch of roundup hardware wallet comparisons. And we're going to cover three categories just like we did in some of the other ones here. We're going to take a look at the design, form factor, and security of the device. Second, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the coin support, if there's any unique coins that are supported by these devices. And then finally, we're going to take a look at the price comparison, and then ultimately which one of these wallets I would choose if I could only have one. So let's get right into it. So on my left, we're going to first start with the SafePal hardware wallet. So as I mentioned, both of these wallets though are completely air-gapped, which means there is no NFC connection, no USB connection, no wireless, cellular, anything. It's completely air-gapped, and I'm going to explain what that means in just a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and take the SafePal out of the box here. So this device here, this is an entry-level device, so it is currently one of the cheapest hardware wallets on the market, but the security is a lot different than any of the other hardware wallets that we've seen on the market, especially even some of the mid-tier ones and the lower-end ones as well. So this wallet, as you can see here, it's fairly decent quality here. It's got a very nice high-quality display here. It's got a 1.3-inch screen in the upper left. Let me see if there's any battery left. See if I can turn it on for you. Underneath that is a D-pad for navigation, and then an OK button in the middle for the center. So these are manual buttons here. There's just one single button to turn on the device here, and then one charging port at the bottom here, which I think is a micro USB. So as I mentioned, this is a completely wireless and air-gapped wallet completely. The other design feature here on the back here is this device has a camera. And the reason that there's a camera is this is all transmitted and communicated through QR codes via the camera. So that makes it extremely secure. There's no Bluetooth, there's no any type of wireless connection that you have to be concerned about being intercepted or compromised in any way, which is really nice because everything is transmitted through the camera and decoded and put through directly on whether you're managing this with a wireless app. So in this case with the SafePal, you have a SafePal app for iOS or Android, and the device itself has a camera, so you can switch and transfer funds off of the hardware wallet onto the hardware wallet, all with your smartphone and not having to be tethered to a computer. So it's really nice. And this does have a CC-EAL5 Plus security element chip, so it is matching the same security standard as the Ledger Nano S and the Ledger Nano X and a few other hardware wallets as well. But what I really like about this is the screen, even though it's really not that large, it is large enough to generate a QR code, which is really good for your user experience, very easy for scanning when you're dealing with your smartphone and things of that nature. You could also scan it if your computer has a camera as well. You can hold up the QR code and scan it from a wallet address you may have on your computer as well. So it's very convenient. In addition to that, it also displays the full wallet address. And the reason that that's important is if you're not scanning a QR code for any reason, which autofills the wallet address that you're sending to, it displays each individual character on the device, so that you can compare it and match it to what's showing on the app. And that's extremely important for security, to make sure that what you're looking at on your smartphone to initiate a transaction and what you're looking at on the actual hardware wallet matches. So that's a really important feature. And as I mentioned, this is an entry-level wallet. We'll kind of get to the price a little bit later in the ending category here, but I've really enjoyed using this wallet. For the price of what it is, it's extremely user-friendly, and the fact that you can carry it in your pocket and make transactions on the go securely is a really big deal. So this is the SafePal wallet. It's about the size of a credit card, and like I mentioned, one of the unique things, it does have a camera on the back so that you can transfer funds to and from very easily utilizing your smartphone. So very nice. This one, just to clarify, Does not have any computer access in terms of management. Everything is done wirelessly through the SafePal app. So very, very, very cool. So this is the SafePal wallet, just in case you haven't heard it. So on my right here, this is the Ellipal. So this is more of a higher end, kind of mid-level to top level hardware wallet device, and it's really, really cool. And in fact, I've been using a lot of hardware wallets lately in my testing, and this really is one of my favorite ones to use. So as you can see, this is a much larger device. It has a 4-inch touchscreen, full color display. As you can see here, you can navigate through, look at all the native applications that are on here. And what's really nice is being extra secure is not only, and we'll take a look at the form factor in a second, but this is also managed with an iOS and Android app as well, so there is no connection. This is 100% air gap, just like the SafePal wallet as well. But what I really like about this is it doesn't show you any funds, it doesn't show you any balances, nothing on the hardware wallet itself, which I think is really, really cool. It just makes the device extra, extra secure as well. And you can choose how you want to display those balances within the iOS or the Android app. Additionally, this also has a camera on the back, and it's got a really, really unique and robust form factor. So what's really nice about this is it does have a single button, but what you'll notice on this device here is it's 100% portless. So how do you charge it? How do you use it? How do you use funds? It actually has a magnetic connector here where you can import an SD card slot, you can charge the device, so on and so forth. But what's really nice is this device has a self-destruct mechanism. So if anyone tries to, for instance, this is made of plastic, so if anyone did try to pry it open, they could get access to the internals, technically. But on this device here, this thing is IP65 certified, so it has the same certification as a lot of major smartphones, water resistant, dust resistant, but more importantly, this here is penetration resistant, and what that basically means is there's no easy way to access the internals of the device based on the design here. It's completely metal, it's completely strong, and like I mentioned, it has no ports access to it, so that just eliminates another access or entry point. However, if someone hypothetically did try to drill into the screen or try to access the internals in any way, this has a fully self-destructive mechanism inside where it will erase the private keys if it senses an attack on a lot of the internals as well. So that's very, very secure and very, very cool. The form factor on this and the design is extremely, extremely sturdy, durable, and I like the fact that it has that extra IP65 rating. So if it gets wet, if it's raining, you drop it in snow, etc., this device is protected, and I do like the full color display. It makes it very easy to manage, very easy to navigate. It's extremely secure. You can set custom passwords for accessing in addition to pins, and then you can also manage multiple coins on this device as well, and you can manually manage it on here as well. So very, very cool. In fact, this is probably my most recommended hardware wallet right now because, guys, I've been using this one the most. The ease of use and the way of management is just so simple and so seamless. And this one also, like I mentioned again, is 100% air gapped, and it is very, very secure. So it doesn't have any security vulnerabilities that you may potentially see on some of the other Bluetooth devices or USB devices as well. So right now, again, this has really been my most favorite device to use. So let's go ahead and kind of compare these two in terms of the second category, which is the coin support. The Ellipal Titan here has actually some unique coins. It holds every coin on the Tron blockchain. It holds BNB coin and everything on the Binance blockchain. And then it does have some unique coins that are listed here as well that I haven't really seen on some other devices. A few examples will be CMT, BTX, Decree or DCR, XCZ, Smart, and then also ADA and BSV. So these are some of the unique native applications that are on this device as well, and it will also hold all ERC20 tokens as well. But the reason that native apps are so important on this device is because it's built in directly into the software and into the firmware, so it makes it much easier to manage. You don't have to connect to any other third-party services in terms of managing wallets and connecting to your funds as well. So that's a really, really nice feature. Natively, it holds about 40 to 60 coins right now, and I know that they're doing a lot of firmware updates. They add new coins and new firmware updates every single month, and I believe in the next update here, we're gonna have something along the lines of about 40 new coins. So very, very excited about this. And this is, again, one of my favorite devices to use right now, and this is the Ellipal Titan. Let's talk about the coin support here with the SafePal. So as I mentioned, this is an entry-level wallet. This was created by Binance, which is the largest crypto exchange in the world currently. And so it's going to hold all your major market cap coins here natively. You're going to have Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, Litecoin, Binance Coin, obviously, and then you're going to have TRX, DGB, and a few others that are natively supported. It will also hold all the ERC20 tokens as well, but natively you're looking at about 8 to 10 coins. Which again isn't really that much, but for an entry-level device it's pretty good, especially with the extra security features that you have on here as well. So I really wouldn't recommend this for your heavy user or someone that's really rapidly expanding their crypto portfolio. This device is really intended for kind of the first person, the new user to crypto, and just wants to get their feet wet, learn how to secure their private keys, and learn how to manage things offline. They are, again, expanding new coins all the time, same as this company here, and they do have a full development team that's constantly updating, and those are one of the factors that I look at when choosing a hardware wallet, is how active is their team, and are we going to have continuous support, beyond the next few months. So really important here. So in this particular category, I'm going to have to say the Ellipal Titan is going to win, but for entry-level users, this is a really good starting point, especially at the price. So speaking of price, let's get to the third and final category. We're going to take a look at the price of these two wallets. So these are a little bit two different ends of the spectrum, but the reason I wanted to put these two in a comparison video is because they're both unique, that they are air-gapped, and that they are utilizing QR codes for management and transfer of data, which is really secure and really cool. There's only one other hardware wallet on the market that does that, but it has a top tier premium high-end wallet that goes for about $500, and that's the Kobo Vault. So let's get into the overall price of these here. So on my left here with the SafePal, like I mentioned, this is the entry-level device and is almost the cheapest hardware wallet on the market, or at least the cheapest that I recommend right now. This is currently, the standard price is actually $59, which is the same as the Ledger Nano S as an entry-level device. But right now with the current sale that is going on, this is only $39. So under $40, you can get a very secure wireless and mobile device, and you can keep your private keys offline. Very fun to use. I've been using this one frequently as well for testing purposes and review purposes, but I also do hold some coins on here as well. So very interesting. You can see some of my other review videos where I've compared the SafePal, but this is by far right now my favorite entry-level wallet. So very cheap. I'll have the best deals available for you in the links in the description down below, so make sure to check those out. So the Ellipal Titan, like I said, this is more of a higher end, mid-level to higher end device. It is a premium device based on the structure, the unique security features, and obviously the full touchscreen display. This is currently going for $169, but they are having some specials where you can get some free SD card slots, and then if you wanted to add on a metal pneumatic tablet that Ellipal offers, normally that device is $49.99, but if you bundle it and buy it with the Ellipal Titan, you can get both for $198. So $29 for the Ellipal pneumatic metal recovery seat backup, and then on the actual device, the standard price is $169.99, but they are going to have some specials through Black Friday and through the holiday season, so make sure to check out the link down below in the description to see what the current best deal is. So we've reached through all the categories here on these two devices, and it really comes down to your preference, and I'll give you my final verdict in a second, but it really just comes down to your preference here. Is how are you managing the devices? What is your budget? And then ultimately, what kind of coins is it supporting? Is it going to support the coins that I need? So if you have a unique or an obscure coin, you can check both of the links down below and you can make sure that it supports your coin. But obviously, having coin support is one of the most important features aside from security, because if it doesn't hold your coin, it doesn't do you any good. So $39, $169. Honestly, like I mentioned earlier in the video, these are both very secure devices, and they're both very good at each in their categories. And these are two of my favorite all-around hardware wallets currently right now. But if I had to choose just one, I honestly would go with the Ellipal Titan. It does have extended portfolio support. The overall design and form factor is just so nice, very secure, completely portless, has that IP65 rating to protect against water, dust, those kinds of things. So this is really kind of like a pretty nice smartphone in terms of the security, in terms of the firmware, and this form factor is rock solid. So it's designed to withstand a lot of abuse. And again, it is a very secure device. So ultimately, I would choose, if I had to choose between these, is I would choose the Ellipal Titan. But if you are on a budget, this is still a very, very good option, especially if you want to get your foot in the door and if you're brand new to hardware wallets, you can't beat the security and you can't beat the price of $39. So these are both very, very well, but Ellipal Titan is going to win here. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up that video here. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about any of these wallets, go ahead and leave them down below in the description, or I'm sorry, in the comments. I will respond and answer any of them personally. If you liked the video, it brought you any value or helped you in any way, I would appreciate a thumbs up. If you hated the video and it didn't help you in any way, you thought it sucked, give it a thumbs down. I'd like as much feedback as possible so that I can continue to improve my channel. And then finally, if you are new to the channel and you like crypto product reviews, crypto hardware wallet reviews, and any other products in the crypto ecosystem that help you become more safe, more secure, and helping you protect your private keys, please subscribe. That's going to be it for today. Crypto Renegade out.